sink in. Right. No. I meant like they're sinking into the ground.
So, like a board?
Like a board. Do you have a board or anything?
Piece of plywood? No, so not right now.
Bring that down to the south.
Going down.
It's okay. We'll be fine. I think I'm just a little shorter than Dan.
Yeah,
Dan's still settling in.
Settling. I'm settling from last week.
Are
Well, welcome to the Countdown to Pull Time show here, Rockwell, Iowa. Dan Mayer joined by Jason Schultz.
I'm excited to be here.
Thursday night, Rockwell, Iowa, Grand National Pull-In. We've got 5 sessions going.
Well, I'm excited about the fact that you're here for your first time. There's been a lot of venues that we haven't had the great Dan Mayer to, and we get to have you here in Rockwell, Iowa. And what are you most excited about, Dan?
What I'm most excited about, I think, is the weather.
I was just going to say.
I think the weather is the big story of the week. We've got mid-70s, perfect weather to come on out here, enjoy some great action. We got 5 exciting sessions, one tonight.
6, 12, 6, 12, 6. 12, 6, 12, 6.
Yes.
Just remember that.
12,
12 and
6.
6.
12 and 6. 6 tonight,
and
then we go 12, 6, 12, 6.
And the
but
gates open 2 hours ahead of each session.
5 great sessions. We already got folks already coming in to get their
great.
seats. This is pretty awesome. The weather couldn't be better. We've had, last, I don't know how many weeks here, we've had a stretch here, and we have had nothing but bad weather. And it's good to see a weekend here. We're actually going to get some stuff in here this weekend.
I feel terrible for our friends at Fort Recovery last weekend, Dan. We were all out there ready to have a great show. We did sneak in the Saturday afternoon show, and the 2-wheel drive trucks finally got to pull.
Yes, we got to see the 2-wheel drives run last week, and we started the night session. We were just about done with the Super Stock Open class. We saw Colin Ross just electrify the crowd there with an awesome run with that diesel tractor. But he's here. He's here tonight.
Storyline, Dan.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to be a storyline.
Yep.
a smoker in the Open Super Class. So.
Yep, running for points this year. And that is really the big story in the Super Stock Open class here. Ann's going to run in the diesel class as well. So the way they're spread out here, he'll have plenty of time to get everything ready, hopefully, for him. And that was one of the things talking to Jody and Colin earlier this morning off camera and talked about some different things, and they found some different things. So look, all I can say is look out. It's going to be exciting.
We got 6 classes for you fans tonight. You still got time to get in the car and get here. Again, 5 great sessions like Dan talked. 6 o'clock tonight, 12 o'clock Friday, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, and then 12 on Saturday and 6 o'clock the night of. It's 5 sessions. There's a ton of campers here. We saw a ton of campers at Fort Recovery, Dan. This is exciting. I mean, I just feel good, honestly, about the weather because it's been so hot. Even the fans, you don't want to just sit in the stands and bake.
Well, and the competition.
Yeah.
I mean, we have got, if you have an opportunity to get out here, the pits are packed. I mean, they're still rolling in here. We got pro stocks running, tomorrow night. A lot of the pro stocks and some of the classes running tomorrow are rolling in, right now. But yeah, this place is filling right up. We see a great crowd.
I saw the 2 biggest crowds I've been coming to this poll now for a couple years. With Tim and the team from the Lions, and I saw the 2 biggest crowds I've ever seen last year, Dan, on Friday night and Saturday night. And with this weather, there's no chance of rain in the forecast. Somebody said, "What's this haze?" I said, "That's a Canadian wildfire."
Canadian, yes, yes.
It's a corn sweat. Yeah, it's a corn sweat. So we're excited. So, hey, Dan. Speaking of the guy,
let's bring in the guy.
We have the promoter.
Let's get
He's
some
gonna
history.
Tell us how he has a great team and all this stuff.
Well, you know what though? We're going to get the history of this event. We're going to get right down to brass tacks here tonight. We're going to get right down to how this thing got started, how it got going.
Yeah. So, Tim, welcome to Countdown to Pull Time.
Thank you much.
Dude, you got to be just smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, I am right now.
Have you slept?
I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours a night here for the last 5 days.
So Monday night, the duration, is it Duratio or Duratio? How do you say it?
I don't really know. They said duration.
Straight line winds.
Yeah. And I'm not sure it wasn't a tornado, to be honest with you. These trees were twisted up 10 feet high. So.
And town was a mess.
It was. Over 500 trees down. It was a pretty mess. The community came together, and I'll tell you what, it's amazing we can put this pull on this weekend, but we are totally stoked. Great to have you guys join us, and we can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. It's going to be a great show tonight again. 6 o'clock start time, fans. Light mods, 2-wheel drives, minis.
We got Super Stock diesel trucks over on the right side. We're going to have modifieds run tonight.
Yep, I'm missing one. And one question I see a lot on social, Dan, is do I have to buy my tickets ahead of time? You do not.
You do not.
We're not going to run out of spots to sit if we're not. Okay, the fire marshal's not going to come out and say you can't go into the pool. We have plenty of room. It's going to be great, and I just can't wait. I haven't been this excited about Rockwell ever just because of the weather, Tim. So.
Yeah, it's amazing. I believe that it's going to be record set on the puller side and the fan side.
So if I'm just seeing this interview and because they heard the great Dan Mayer and they decide they want to come to Rockwell, if I wanted to camp, could I still get a camp spot?
Yeah, we still have a few left. Not many. They're going fast.
Okay.
We've probably had 12 or 13 that we rented here in the last 2 days. So,
nice.
Yeah, but it's, like I said, everything's perfect. It's lined up to be a perfect night. We can't wait.
Yeah, fans, if you want to get a campsite on the website, go to tickets.fullpull.us, click on the campsite, grab your spot, check in when you get here. It's going to be great, Dan.
Absolutely. And Tim, let's talk about the history of this event. How did this whole deal get started? Now, you told me a little bit ago that basically started off as a field here, and it basically a field of dreams. You've built it, and they have come. How did this whole thing get started?
Yeah, so 16 years ago, we were doing rodeos out here, and a concert here in the chamber was having that. And Jamie Bush, you guys know Jamie Bush really well.
Thunder.
Exactly. He's our hometown talent. And him and another gentleman from the NTPA approached us that things weren't working out in Mason City just to the north of us. And they asked if we'd ever be interested in having a pull here in Rockwell. And, my initial thought was I didn't really know much about pulling. Of course, the old antique tractors and things like that I'd been to. Didn't know this caliber was even out there, to be honest with you. We talked things over a little bit, and our town needed a new aquatic center. And we thought, hey, that's a way that we can raise money to help pay for that. So our Lions Club pledged $250,000 towards that project, and we went to work. And we met, and we decided to do this pull. Every year it gets bigger, and we work our tails off year-round, having meeting after meeting to make it better. We listen to other polls. We listen to the fans, the pollers. Just try to get better all the time.
Now, what are some of the things that, that this poll has helped out, the Lions Club over the years? I mean, 16 years, you mentioned the Aquatic Center. What are some of the other items?
Yeah, so we've given $1.3 million back over the last 20 years to the community.
Impressive.
We've been involved in a new ambulance. We've been involved in fire trucks and all kinds of things like that. We give scholarships back to the kids every year, 10 to 15,000 every year we give back in scholarships. Just the list goes on. And the really neat thing I believe about this poll, absolutely nobody here is not nonprofit. All of our food vendors are nonprofit. The Lions Club's nonprofit. All the money goes back into the community. And it's just a big community effort to put this together.
That is really awesome. And like you say, is it one of those things where, it just stays in a certain radius, or do you guys help other communities a little bit, outside of town, or how's that work?
We have helped other communities that in need and things like that. I mean, we've got local fire departments that, they come out here and they help us, and in return we scratch their back and give them some money to help them out with their projects and things like that. But for the most part, it's 5-6 communities in a circle here that we work for and work with, and it's just it's amazing to have such community support. And the one thing about the polling world that's really neat, it's one big family.
That is true.
Everybody is so much willing to help us get better. It's crazy.
Now, last year we interviewed you on the countdown to poll time. We had Mort's Plumbing and Mort's Water come in. They came on as your new title sponsor. Let's talk about them a little bit. Give them a shout out, Tim.
And talking about community people, that company or those two companies are amazing. The amount of money that they give back to the community and all the kids is crazy. They came on, like I said, last year was their first year. They actually signed a 5-year agreement with us to be our title sponsor. And if we ask for it, we get it. They are so supportive of our club and our community. We couldn't ask for a better title sponsor than them.
How strong is your Lions Club because of this event? Is it one of the bigger ones? I mean, compared to other Lions clubs in the areas?
Yeah, so, what's amazing is through this event, our average member age is about 31 years old. There's not a Lions Club in America that has that young of age kids helping us. I mean, I got my kids, they're 19 and 21, they joined the Lions. They've been part of it since they were little kids. And, there's a total buy-in here with our Lions Club and giving back to the community. It's unreal.
Do you have a little bit of a competition with Chapel Hill at all in the Lions Club down there? Do you guys compare notes or go back? I know they're coming.
Yeah, I think they've been
coming
here the last 3 or 4 years, and wow. What a great group of guys they are too. I haven't had the opportunity to make it down to their poll. It's on my bucket list for
You know what?
sure.
You're not ready. It's hot. It's too hot.
Is it too hot?
I'm just teasing. No, this year it's been hot everywhere. So they don't have the corn sweat. That's right. They make their own humidity down there.
I've heard so many great things.
It's amazing. It truly is.
As a promoter, it's unbelievable. Sorry about that. But how the other promoters are willing to help us.
What I've seen you, the first time I met you was in Bowling Green. It wasn't even in Rockwell. I met you guys up there at the top of the grandstands, and we were having a good time. And that's what I feel like, and Dan and I talked about this day. We're walking around. The promoters that we go, like we see the Chapel Hills at 4 or 5 different events. We see you at different events. We see the Toma promoter in Farley. You guys go around and scout it out a little bit, and what can we add to our event? It's smart. It's good thinking.
Last week, Bowling Green guys were at Fort Recovery.
We saw Keith Seiler at Bowling Green. So it's everybody wants to keep stepping up their game.
Yeah, it's crazy. They've been so amazing for us. Bowling Green guys, holy smokes, I can't even tell you how many times I've called them and bounced things over it. And, it's kind of funny this week. I got a call, and it was Bowling Green on the phone, and I said, and I thought it was one of the blue shirts calling, just because we talk once in a while and things. And we got talking and said, hey, wait a minute, are you just a fan? He goes, yeah, I'm going to bring my family out. He goes, I've heard so many good things about your pool.
Yes.
And I'm just like, wow, that's awesome. So, we got people from here that go to Bowling Green. They got people that come here. the pulling family is just unbelievable.
Yeah, but the fact that they're talking about it is it's a kudos to you guys.
Yeah, it's turning into one of those destination polls. And have you had a chance to to find out where some of the fans where they come out of? I mean, as far you see quite a few that come from far away, or
well, as one of the committee members, I get a chance to field a lot of calls from all over, and it's crazy. They don't come just from 2 and 3 hours away. It started probably 3-4 years ago. People are making this a destination for their vacations. They're bringing their family out, or if they're on the way to the Black Hills or something like that, and hey, we're gonna include Rockwell in the vacation. Just makes you feel really
Heck, they can
warm.
stop on their way to Sturgis, Tim.
Absolutely.
I bet we'll see some of that.
Yep.
I'm sure that we will. Yep.
Yeah, I used to know a promoter in New York that would actually, when the poll would start, he would go out in the parking lot and just walk around and see where everybody came from. And that's what he used to do. And
Iowa's got the counties on the plates, Tim. We could do a little geographic research there.
Yeah, that'd be good. Every year I say we should get a big board with the United States.
Let people pin it.
Where people pin it. We haven't done it yet.
Why don't we put it on the side of the Hefty seed truck? Just people take a Sharpie and write down where this. Just fill up your truck, Tim.
I think we'll pass on that.
Okay. Well, I like to share ideas. Not all of them are good.
Like a Todd Feiss.
Like a Todd Feiss thing. Yeah. Have you seen Todd Feiss's map where he's pulled?
Yep, I have.
Pretty neat.
Yep. No, that would be neat, though. I think we'd be shocked how far.
I do too.
I believe it was last year where there was 3 countries represented here, and
awesome.
So we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're not there yet, but we're still willing to learn, and we're very appreciative of all the fans, all the pullers, everybody that's part of this event, and it's all about community and family.
Well, as a fan, you're bringing in all the iron. I mean, and that's what it takes to do that. You guys have had you took that big leap of faith to start running Grand National. I remember my dad came here and there was hay bales along the side and pulling regional back in the day, and now look at it here. We're running Grand National, 5 sessions, hundreds of campers. It's on its way.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other night, sitting under a tent here late at night, and you get talking about things that maybe you shouldn't, or maybe you should. But
you should.
We were talking about the days of how crude we were. We had semi trailers, and we'd put 5 seat or 5 row bleachers on top of it, and had square bales all the way up to it so they could get up there and stuff. And it started there, and and like I said, hats off to our Lions Club, the hard work that they put in. This here was just a hayfield.
How many acres did you start with?
We started off with just 10.
10, okay.
And then we had the opportunity to, a farmer here asked us if we'd be willing to buy it. So we bought 80 acres. We have 90 acres now. We're not landlocked. We've got probably another 40 acres that we can expand our pits. The joke is where we're going to build another fence now because we just keep getting bigger and bigger.
That's a good problem to have.
People like you, right?
Yeah, that's a good problem to have. Now, where did the name Chamber Acres come from? Where did that?
So the first 10 acres, the Rockwell Chamber owned it.
Okay.
And like I said, they used to have a rodeo out here, and then they had some concerts and things like that.
You still do other events out here, though, right, Tim?
We do. Yep. This year or last couple of years, we've done North Iowa Truck Fest. Last year was the first year, had like 100 trucks here. This year we had 170 here, and we have dirt drags on this track.
Nice.
So with the pickups and had a really nice turnout. We had a big concert here this year. We feel that event is going to be as big as this.
And what time of the year is that?
So this year it was June, but I believe next year we're going to move it to the week after this pull.
Okay.
Just because things are set up and try to make it a little bit easier.
And you feel like you can pull in 2 different crowds?
We do.
Did you see a lot of the same people come, or is it pulling from a totally
different crowds?
Okay.
Totally. It's
okay.
Which one drinks more beer, Tim? The truckers or the pullers?
Well, currently the tractor pullers do.
Okay. Yep. But you're saying they could make a run for it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Now, Tim, let's talk about now you finally have your date. Years previous you were kind of working in July, and now it's settled in here the first weekend in August. That is really that is your date now. I mean, from here on out, Rockwell will be, the first weekend in August. And
yeah, absolutely. We don't plan on changing that at all. And this has become a perfect fit for us. I mean, most of the club members are in ag or farming, things like that. So August is just perfect. You got your fungicide season behind you most of the time. This year, maybe not so much, but most years, it's kind of funny. You mentioned 5.5 inches of rain this week.
Well, that's what you told me.
Yep.
Okay.
We set a 133-year record for the month of July this year. So
Been wet.
It's been very wet. Very wet. I think someone said we're close to 20 inches for July.
Oh, wow.
That's a
Wow.
lot of rain.
That's a lot of
And
rain.
honestly, the pits are not a mess. That's what I was talking about in our live videos earlier today. It was, yeah, they're soft, but they're not mud. They're grass everywhere, and that helps so much. Yeah, there's some indentations, but it's not a muddy mess.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. We get a crest that goes across there that is limestone mostly underneath it. So we got a pretty good base, and it's well established. We got lucky there the first years when we seeded it down that we didn't have bad weather. So we really got to be rooted in, and things really worked out well for us.
What year did you go from regional national to grand national? Do you remember, Tim?
I believe it was 15.
Okay.
Yep, I believe it was.
So 10 years ago now?
It's been quite a while.
Awesome.
Yep, it's been good.
And I was going to say, for those folks that are visiting here, what's there to do around the Rockwell area? What are some neat things out there that you guys like to push? I mean, besides the local Goodwill, the guys over in our trailer had spent the morning at the Goodwill over there. But
more than anything, everybody is so friendly. I mean, pull up a chair, let's have a soda or whatever, and let's have a great time together.
Okay.
I mean, there's not a ton to do around here, but really
set up your camper and have a good time.
Yep.
I got no problem with that.
when you got really good people around you,
Right.
what more do you need?
No,
right?
that's
you know
true.
what I mean? And
Nothing.
it's just
It's called togetherness, Tim.
exactly
Togetherness.
Yep, exactly.
And this weekend, we're hoping that we get tens of 20s of thousands of people together here for the weekend and have a good time.
Like I said, we're here to set records this year. I believe it's going to happen.
It's awesome. I believe,
Yeah,
too.
I
This
think
weather's
the weather
perfect.
is perfect for it. I really do.
I do. So, Tim, we're going to let you go. You're busy. Les Corporal is going to be our next guest. Thank you. You've been
Thank you.
great to work
Yes,
with.
thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
So great
Nice
to have
meeting with
Dan
you.
here.
Yes.
So
You bet. Thank you much.
We'll see you soon.
You bet.
All right. So we're going to bring on Les Corporal next. Come on up, Les.
All right, so Tim joining us here is we got Les Corporal joining us here,
Hey,
one
buddy,
of our
how are you?
sponsors,
Good to see you, boss.
and
Let's see.
representing
We've
Modern
got this-
Machine.
Yeah. Make sure your microphone's on.
And Les is going to have a busy weekend here.
Hold it to your mouth. He's a puller.
Yes, he
He's
is.
a sponsor.
Yes.
He's crazy. Put it right in your mouth there, Les.
I'm half crazy. I pulled 2 classes with the same track.
Yeah, well, no, it's not half crazy. You're ambitious. We like to use
Yeah,
the word
Yes.
ambitious.
I'm overly ambitious.
Overly ambitious.
Yeah.
So let's start on the let's go the sponsor side of things.
Okay.
Let's talk Modern Machine. How did that all get started? A lot of people don't know.
Okay,
How did it all get rolling?
It's a crazy story. I probably have told this 100,000 times in my life, but I don't know if everybody remembers back in like the mid to late 90s, you would see these wind chimes that would have a college name at the bottom of them, or they would have a John Deere tractor or a Case tractor or something. And everybody had them, especially in the Midwest. I was working for a place, and a guy come in and wanted somebody to cut and pin these tubes for him, and that in a nutshell was the beginning of Modern Machine until it got so big that I quit.
I had no idea.
Yeah. It got
Started
so-
with a windmill.
with a wind chime.
Wind chime.
Yeah.
Wind chime.
And it got so big that I went out on my own. My son, who's now just turned 33, he was going to kindergarten. They had that back then. It was new to have all-day kindergarten, so I thought, well, it'd be easier if I was just home. He got on and off the bus every day and took off. I started in a 2-car garage. I moved into a 35 by 60 building, and the next year, that year in '99 and 2000, we did 1 million tubes in '99 and did almost 1 million tubes in 2000.
Wow.
But on top of that, then the guy that I was previously working for 15 years, he retired, and I went back to all the customers that we were doing work for and started doing machine work for. So it was rapid growth from 98 till, I don't know, 2008 probably. It really, really grew. I went from 1 employee to 25 employees. And then in 2010, Ralph Banner is my cousin. I call him my uncle. That's kind of a story, but came in and said, hey, why don't you hire Brad? He was working at a distribution center. We'd always helped Ralph on the side with stuff. And he said, why don't I give you some equipment? I'm ready to retire. So we started Modern Motorsports in 2010. We kept building buildings and adding on. In 2016, we got it all in one spot. And in 2017, I bought a company in Marion called Precision Tool and Die. It has a different line of equipment, does a different line of work. It's been a good fit for us. It's been a good expansion. Instead of building another building, it was just the employees and the equipment was there. So we've gotten as high as 45 employees, but we're running altogether right around 32 now.
Awesome.
So
That's amazing. When Dan and I interview people, it's always like Where'd your chassis come from? Modern.
Now,
Now,
let me ask you this question. Do you remember the first chassis you guys built? Who was that for? I always like, the history side of things.
We did some work for a region level guy.
Okay.
That was our very first customer, and there's a story within that one. But I do believe the first really big chassis we built was the last red American Thunder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was quite a tractor.
That was a hell of a tractor.
That had the quote unquote dump truck motors on
Yes.
it, and it was a beast. And then it just kept going from there, and we built the black one then later on, and it's crazy.
I'm curious about. I know you have the business, but your pulling career, how did that all get started?
So my dad, back to Ralph and David Banner.
He's your cousin, but you call him your uncle?
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad lost his dad when he was 9 years old. So my grandma and Ralph's dad were brother and sister, and they lived a couple miles apart. So all the boys grew up together. So it was more like, instead, they were just around each other all the time like brothers, So that's later on in life, I always wondered that. And one day, me and Ralph was going. I lost my dad when I was 20 years old, and me and Ralph was going to a pull, and Ralph had to explain all this to me, and he's like, "Well, this is why we've always been so close." So my dad started pulling, and Ralph started pulling.
Okay.
They all, they built their first hot rod car. They're all right within 3 or 4 years of each other, So, so they just all started doing it. Dad had an E3 co-op with a 440 Lincoln in it.
Okay.
Last time you've heard that number,
Wow.
Yeah. And then Dad decided to have a regular job, and Ralph decided to keep pulling. So.
Perfect.
So where did you get involved then?
So
where did all of a sudden, that Les got,
I went with
take the seat.
Dad. Dad later on, when the Supercharger game started then in the late mid-'70s, Dad joined forces with Jack Tedder, Scott Tedder's dad. And Dad and Jack built a tractor together and had a single.
What was it called? Do you remember?
Old Smoky.
Old Smoky.
Yeah, it was about the color of your shirt, and Jack called it Old Smoky, and because it was gray. It didn't smoke, but
I was going to say, well, what
it
was
didn't
smoky?
smoke, but yeah, it was pretty, and there's things about back then was fun, And then they built a twin that they could run a single in the 5 and 2 in the 7. This is like in 80.
Okay.
And then I lost my dad in 84. And then so he bought Mom out. He sold everything, built new because he probably felt weird racing something that he had with Dad, And I went to Garden Tractors, and I did Garden Tractors till 98, 99. I actually pulled with Russ Nichols.
Really?
Pulled
Okay.
Garden Tractors, yeah. A few other guys that's up in this level now I pulled Garden Tractors with back then. And then I went to a single engine mod in 2004, sold it in 18, built this tractor in 20 to be a region tractor. We had kind of hit on a combination halfway through the year in 21, did well, won the Enderley that year, won the points. That crazy Doug Theobald talked me into putting a third motor on it, and here I am.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
And so you're running the mod and the light mod this weekend, correct?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to
How long does it take to take a motor off and put a motor back on?
About 20 off and about a half hour on.
Really? It's that fast?
Yeah, it's not bad. We've kind of got all. And this year, when I was running the minors a few years ago, I had a cart that I could haul the third motor on. And this winter we got that fixed up. So it saved us handling the motor 7 times.
Okay.
So we came here, set up for light mod with the motor on a cart. And then we'll take off the cart, put it on, run it twice, put it back on the cart to go home.
So are you light mod first tonight, then mod? The mods are later, right?
Yeah, light mod, then the minis in the open, super stock open, and then the mod, and then the mod again tomorrow at noon. Then I get tomorrow night off, and then we go back and pull lights.
What are you going to do with all that free time?
I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Now, a couple other guys going to do it as well, or are you going to be the only one?
I know Rose does. They're the masters. They're the ones that started doing this originally, except they go the other way. They go to unlimited, but... as far as I know, I think it's just me and Ricky that's...
Okay.
Tommy will have 3, but I'm the only one that I think is putting a motor on and running both classes.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Now, does the NTPA work with you, like when they know there's going to be light mod and mod the same night? Do they space you out? They give you that time?
Yeah, well, they put the minis in the opens, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that definitely helped. In the past, we had pro stock between us, and that's, of course, always a huge class, but I think between those two classes tonight, I think there's close to 40, so we got all kinds of time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And you've had, success already in the light mod class, being a champion, and, it's like we talked earlier this year up in Hutch, in the modified class about tires.
Yeah.
Tires really been, the big game changer here lately. Where are we at with the tire game?
Well, I have said for 20 years that someday we're going to haul an extra set of tires with us, and we're going to be like a round car or something. We're going to put a tire on for the track, And I think those days are upon us.
Okay.
tonight I'm going to stick with my Mitas,
Okay.
just for the fact that that's a better big class tire. That's one less thing I have to do between the class. So I'm going to try to run my Mitas first session.
So you'll run them in the light mod, knowing they're a better setup for you in the modified class, correct?
But last year, I think we know I switched motor combinations. I struggled a little bit last year, kind of come on at the end. But this year, I don't know. The tractor has ran good, but I've just been like early in the class and the track gets better kind of thing. You know, it's just you got to have some luck. You know, you got to have some luck. So
well, we've had so many rainouts too. You can't get any momentum.
Yeah,
and
you can't.
like I said, I've run this tractor 4 years now, and at Tomo on Friday night, I was on a killer pass, and for some odd reason, the fuel shutoff cable somehow magically went down during the run and backfired the supercharger. So that's really the only thing I broke all year this year. So it's just been a strange year, and we could sink it up again tonight, or we could be good. You know, it's hard.
Well,
to say.
hopefully you get it turned around.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah, I don't
we're
think
used to seeing that corporal punishment up on top of the class, and you're just like I say, once you get that monkey off your back, you'll be
that's
good
where
to
I'm
go.
at.
But
yeah.
how are things going in the shop? As far as are they busy as all heck, or how
Yeah,
is this? When is like the busy time of the year? Is it during the off season, or does it never slow down?
Well, when you're talking about motorsport, it's always funny. It gets slower when everybody starts pulling. And everybody would think it'd get busier then, but no, everybody in the off season are, hopped up, ready to go for next year. In the shop, it usually gets busy in December.
Okay.
And it'll slow down in October, and we'll have about a month or 6 weeks. It'll slow down a little bit, but it's hopping pretty good right now. Both sides are.
So like December is everybody's kind of getting geared up for Louisville kind of thing,
Actually
or is
starts at
that
Bowling Green?
Oh, okay,
It'll
really?
start,
Okay.
Yeah, it'll start in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Brad, people come up and start hitting Brad up and want to know when they can get on the list for something new. And
Yeah. So how does that work? The list. You
Yeah,
talk
the
about
list.
the list, but
the earlier you talk to us, the sooner you
get on the list.
Now, is it a certain thing where you get on the list if you so much down, or how does this work?
No,
or
it's pretty much we just try to do it in an order
Okay.
that people come to us. And
Okay.
we ask for some down, of course, but
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, if you gave a few extra dollars down, do you
Can we
move
buy our
up
way
and
in
down?
list?
Yeah.
That's what we want to know. Can
No,
we buy
no,
our way
we're
to the
not
top
gonna-
of the
we're-
list?
not usually.
Now we came in and we're going to build an unlimited, and we're going to be at the.
We've had instances like Mary Kill when she flipped over down
Right.
in Florida. They were, it was getting close to the start of the season, so we jumped in and built them a tractor. We made it. So we'll make an
Work with
exception.
people.
You're humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
If somebody has a bad wreck and tears it up, we'll get in there and fix it. And
So Jason, our unlimited, we're not going to move up in the
We're
list.
not.
No,
Okay.
we're.
Can you put Dan and I down for
Yeah,
unlimited?
yeah, sure.
we'll
All right,
just,
cool. Now, if you want a mini, we could maybe get that yet this
Oh.
year.
Ooh.
I don't think
I don't know
we'd
if we're-
have
I don't
to-
think we're mini
We got to
drivers.
work on that.
Not mini-
Yeah, we got to work on
mini
it. We
type
need a year to
I
get
need
ready
it
for that.
fast. I need it fast.
Yeah.
One last question for you. Has Rockwell been good to you over the years as a competitor?
Well, in 23, it was real good. If you remember back in 23, we was on
You're
that
way
side.
on here.
Yeah.
That was my fist pump.
Yes.
Going
Okay.
through the mud.
Yep.
So 23 was awesome. 24 was the complete opposite.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was not good for me in 24. I left here in kind of a hurry, and I think everybody thought I was mad, but we were actually going to a concert the next day. We were leaving early anyhow.
Priorities,
But I was
you know.
not happy when I left. But no, we talked with Vaughn, and Vaughn has been awesome. We've got it figured out now, and we have been putting on some great shows. I thought the 2 classes at Toma
Yes.
were just phenomenal.
The
Now
light mod
we're
class.
talking
Yeah,
light
the
mods
light
with
mod.
that
The
new
light
sled,
mod
right?
class.
That was
Yeah.
the big.
Yep.
That was the
Yeah,
big
and,
conversation. Was how do you get the light mods to work better with the sleds? And
Yeah, and Vaughn was awesome, and I felt like at the end early we got it figured out, and it's been great. And I think you're going to see a great class tonight. I
Awesome.
think going forward it's going to be really good. And
going to be first class, going to set the tone of the night.
Where you at
that's-
in the polling order?
I'm right in the middle.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle.
Is that where you like to be?
That's where I like to be, and then
Okay.
I'm last on Saturday, so I'm right in the middle of all the classes and last on Saturday.
So get to watch, and then pounce, right?
Yeah, that's where I'd like to be. I'd always like to be right in the middle.
Well, good luck to you, sir. We're going to let you
Yes.
go. We're going to bring on Travis Schlabach next. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank
All
you for
right.
being a sponsor of the NTPA.
Thanks, Les, and let's get
Appreciate
this
you
thing
guys.
turned around.
Yeah,
let's
do
get
it tonight.
let's get back
I
on.
feel better about it. So
Let's get
All
you
right.
in the winner's circle.
All right, thanks, guys.
Awesome. Hey, I got it. One more question. What is the best part that you have available that we could buy right now? To make us run better.
Well, we got a pretty good mini rod deal.
Okay.
We got a pretty good mini rod
See,
deal
we're
right
just
now.
not mini rod guys. We're just.
I know. We could. Can you make mini rods for fat guys?
Well, we make a really nice 2-wheel drive.
We
too.
could make a
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
We need more 2-wheel drive.
Yes.
back to one last thing. You talk about being busy. Every winter it's different. So 2 years ago it was mini rod. Last year was surprisingly it was two-wheel drive. We built a bunch of
Really?
two-wheel drives last year.
Well, we're seeing that.
Now we're starting to see mods.
Okay.
Are coming back.
That's
You're
good.
going to start seeing a lot of light mods. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's
coming. That's the new thing.
Yeah. So
Now, do you just real quick, is there a big difference when you build a light mod chassis versus, like, say, the 7,000 mod chassis? Is
yeah,
there-
you got to watch what you're doing, and it's the tube chassis thing's getting more popular. I'm still old school like the wedge deal, but the tube thing's getting more popular all the time.
okay.
And I think
Why do you think? What is it? A weight thing?
yeah, it's a weight thing.
Okay.
It's about 100 pounds, but we're working with GMS on a rear end that we're going to put in a light mod setup. Actually, going over to Europe. Because they're
okay.
5,500 pounds over there.
Do you need to take Dan with you by any chance? He'd like to go over.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to put it in a container. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we can put
Well,
Dan in a container.
we saw one of the
I'm afraid to keep
Bobcats
me.
come over,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Brent Payne. So it'd be kind of cool to see one of, from over here go over there.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This weather. Well, I'm so happy.
Yes.
This weather is
So much-
stupid.
Before recovery last weekend, it was like,
I'm sweating.
We
I
came
feel
out
so
of
bad for
Chapel
those
Hill,
guys.
and you couldn't think it could get any hotter. And then last week was just brutal. But
One last question. Closest Grand National to your house is
Fort Recovery.
for recovery.
Fort Recovery, 50 minutes. Pool region over there. They're talking about light mods there next year. I'm praying.
So we can come to your house next year for
And
a
then
barbecue?
Bowling Green's only 2 hours.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, next year we should have a party
Let's
at my
do it.
house.
Let's have a full pool
Yes.
party.
Yeah,
at
on
Corporal's.
Wednesday before
Thanks, Les.
Fort
Done.
Recovery.
Write it down.
All right.
All right.
Our
sounds good.
people in
over.
the trailer write it down. Thanks, Les
All right,
Corporal.
take care.
All right.
Great sponsor of the NTPA.
Yes, Les joining
Les.
us. He'll be running 2 classes tonight. He'll be in the light modified class as well as
Hold it to your mouth.
the modified class, the 7,500-pound class, and we've got the Mayor of Iowa.
This is my buddy.
Mayor of Iowa.
So I'm proud because Travis claims me as a friend publicly, and I was born in
Have
Marengo,
we
Iowa.
heard that
Yeah, Travis,
officially?
will you
that-
look at the camera and say that? You consider me like 50-50?
Yeah, I mean, you might even be 64.
Oh,
years old.
60,
I might even
50.
up,
There you
up
go.
your ante
I
a
like
little
it.
bit.
I like it. But I was born in Marengo, Iowa.
Okay.
The home.
Yes.
Travis
Oh, the
Wall.
Bone Twister.
The Bone Twister.
Impressive.
famous. How's it going, buddy?
Good, good.
I know Rockwell means a lot to you and Allison. This is the only time NTPA Grand Nationals hooked diesel supers, right? In Iowa?
Yeah, yep. This is our only Iowa poll. A lot of my fans back home are like, "Wait, where did we gotta come watch?" I'm like, Rockwell, Iowa, 9 miles south of Mason City.
Are they on their way?
I hope so.
Okay.
They know they got to come.
So now, Travis, as the crow flies, how far from Marengo up here to Rockwell?
120 miles.
Okay.
120 miles. So, yep, got a
So it
nice
should
close
be
event.
I was going to say, should be a contingent of folks coming up here to cheer you on.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Awesome.
We'll see what they do, and great facility, awesome weekend. We got great weather. Couldn't ask for any more.
Diesel supers have really come on strong this year with great numbers. From a Friday night to Saturday night, yeah, we have some breakage and stuff like that, but I think the fans are getting excited to see the 30.5s and the smoke rolling out the stacks.
Yeah, and I think as a class, we're all trying to work on that. We're trying to build some longevity and stuff into them motors. As I've said before, they're ticking time bombs. When we put them together, there's a fuse in there that we pulled the last little string out of there, and we don't know how
You
long
hope.
that fuse is. So we're trying to lengthen that fuse to make that work. But it's been awesome. We've had great numbers. So that's given the fans a better show, and we'll just try to keep working on it and keep everything going this year.
Get them to run both nights.
And get 'em
down
to
the
run
track.
both nights,
And
yes.
down the track.
Now, Travis, we spoke up in Hutch about your new setup on the tractor.
Yep.
Now we're a few events in. Are we still in that phase where we're still trying to learn that system, or are we?
I truly believe we're winning. We're winning that system. I'm happy with where we're going. We've had a couple little setbacks here and there, but we've found some problems. We've been able to overcome them. And, then we went to Fort Recovery, Ohio last weekend to kind of prove it before Rockwell. And unfortunately, Mother Nature said, nah, why don't you wait till Rockwell to prove that? So, but yeah, we're excited. That whole new setup that we started with Louisville, and it's taken us some time, but it's worth it. It's fun, and we feel we're going in the right direction yet.
Was it more power you were going after? What were you looking for? Longevity? Traveling?
Longevity. That was the biggest thing, was longevity. We just, a year ago, we didn't have no control over boost, heat, nothing. We were just out of water. And who would have ever thought we were out of water injection pumps? So other teams have went different ways, different types of pumps. I chose to go a different way, and that's what's great about this sport is you can be your own creative engineer.
Yep.
And work with your builders and say, this is what I want. And they're like, okay.
Is there going to be a Denny Healy sighting this weekend, or is he live streaming it?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's live streaming. He's got a couple motors to put
He's
together, and
working.
he needs to. I'm hoping he's at home. He's got one he's doing right now, and then I hope he kind of catches up on that and he starts putting my other motor back together. So, Yeah, I hope he stays home.
Yeah,
and
Denny,
works.
stay home and work, Denny. In case you were thinking, Travis does not actually.
Yeah, he
want to
needs
see
a
you
spare
here.
done. Now, going back to your water injection system, is it something that some other competitors are going to start putting on their vehicles, or we keep this in-house? Or
No, I would say I think the biggest thing right now is let's prove it.
Okay.
Let's prove that this is really the right way to go. Because I am completely out on my own little island or on my own little world. Certainly, if I get this proven and somebody comes up to me and says, hey, I like what you did, can I copy it? 100%. Because what I want is longevity in this class. I want more numbers. I want to put a better show on for the fans, and we don't want to tear stuff up. So I'm not sure I went down the right road, but that's the road I'm riding, and I'm going to ride that clear to the scene of the crash.
Well, there you go.
Scene of the crash.
So,
New T-shirt.
This guy's got a super stock sitting here, so we should see that.
Well, I'm just getting Dad settled into the seat a little bit, and we're going to get him. He told me this is the weekend. He's actually going to twist her hard.
Good, because
So
I've been coaching him.
Yep.
I don't know if he calls that coaching or I yell at him.
He's called it both.
Good,
called it both.
good.
Yep.
I'm glad he's taking
There's
it well.
I said you're a grown ass man, Father. Suck it up. So
Yes.
I said we've made one good pass all year, and that was Toma.
Yeah.
And I need Saturday night. I'm still mad at him about Saturday night. You didn't have a super. Peterson was the only one who really had a monster pass.
And you guys, the fans, are going to find this hard to believe, but as a class, we were bummed that we didn't put a better show on Saturday night. We failed the fans on Saturday night, and you just never, like I said, we have to make everything happen so much together, and that's where we come up with the problems. And but we'll work on it. We're going to get through the year, and we're going to put on a better show. That's what our plan is.
Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to let you go. We know you're busy. But thank you. This is I'm going to call it your hometown poll, even though it's 2 hours away.
This is hometown, and Rockwell, I got to thank this Lions Club here. Guys, if you get a chance out there, get here to Rockwell, Iowa. It's an awesome facility, and you're going to see a great show.
And also, a phenomenal tractor pull announcer, Dan.
I've heard
what
that.
What year did I give you the microphone here when I went to run my 4-1?
I don't know. It's like 3 or 4 years ago, and
Okay.
Jason's like, here, you run my 4-1, I'm announcing. And I'm like, I got a better idea. How about I announce your class and you go run your 4-1? So I did have a great time, and I will say I had a lot of people come up and say, hey, nice job out there. I'm like, ooh, I didn't know I had that skill, but I don't know if it's skill or luck.
Well, Travis, it's an open invitation this week, so come
No,
on over.
Seriously, any night you're not pulling,
Yes,
we'd
come
love
on
to have
over.
you come over and sit at the desk
Specifically
here
a
with
smoker
Dan.
class, because we'd like to hear the inside. With,
Well, I
what's going
appreciate
on.
it. So we'll see here, and I think I'm going to hand this off to Rob Foster. You're going to hit a heck of a four-wheel drive puller.
Awesome. Thanks,
Thank
Trav.
you.
Thanks, Travis.
Appreciate you, buddy. Travis Schlabach, the Bone Twister Diesel Superstock. Hey, how many Grand National Championships do you have? Two-time. I should ask you.
You could have.
I should ask Dan
But
Mayer. I got
it's
the full
better to
reference
ask
there
them.
with me. So we're bringing up Rob Foster.
Yes, look at this guy. He's kind of lopsided as he walks
can
up
I
to
borrow
us.
some money, Foster?
Yeah.
Can I borrow some money?
Rob comes walking up here.
$50,000 guy.
Should we get him a 2x4 to sit on because the wallet's a little heavy on one side? Or
You spent all that money yet, Foster?
Yes, it's all spent.
It's all spent.
new parts and pieces. Rob Foster joining us here, Fairgrove, Michigan. The big $50,000 winner in Farley just a month and a half
Did you
ago.
still wake up and kind of pinch yourself, or?
Yeah, I do actually, and I still watch the poll, and I still get tears in my eyes.
You should.
Yeah, it's pretty special, and at least I can remember that because I haven't really done much after that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly, what is left after that? Dan?
Well, I don't think there is. I mean, but now, Rob, is the story true that you were kind of losing interest, and this was kind of like, just going out here running every year, and just the excitement wasn't there, and this kind of rekindled it with winning that big $50,000, or was that just?
That's probably true. We about had enough, and
okay,
and it's just I don't say it was getting old, but I don't know what else I do. But it was getting old, and that.
Well, I'll tell you what. As a fan, I hate when pullers get old and don't want to do it anymore, because it just, it's another one that you see go in the distance. And now we've seen Joe Flannery last week. He made an appearance last week down in Brandenburg, and came out of the blue and just ran the truck last week down there, and it was kind of neat to see. But
What's the truck called?
Well, he was running for Jake Zaring.
Oh, he
down
was?
there.
Okay.
Yeah. But he hadn't run in '96. I think he said was the last year he had ran. But he came back out. But no, I hate to see you guys, that kind of get away from it and don't want to do it anymore. Because Rob, you've been around a long time and you're still really good at it.
And super competitive.
And, yes.
Always a favorite at our full pull picks contest.
Well, I
People believe
appreciate
in
all
you.
that, and I haven't been making bad runs other than Toma. We're just not getting the results, and I don't know. I don't know what.
Now, how many
we
times
need
have
to
you guys been rained out this year, the 4-wheel drive trucks?
Chapel Hill and Toma twice.
Okay.
So 2.
So you don't have the two-wheel drive curse.
No, and I feel bad for those folks, but unless you're Kelly Nichols, I guess.
Yeah, she's leading points.
Yeah, she could win this thing.
Dan and I walked over there. I said, "You still smiling?" She goes, "Yes, I am." So it's all good.
She doesn't want to win it that way, I'm sure, but
No.
she made a good
But she'll
run.
take it.
Yes, she did.
She'll take it
Yes,
if
she did.
that happens. But
I know you. I mean, whether it's 3 or whether it's 12, you still got to be on top. It's all
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Carmen, does she text you? It's so weird not seeing her here.
Yeah, all the time. And we went to see her last week, I guess, before the poll in Brandenburg. We stayed at Larry Phillips for the week after Chapel Hill. We went up to see her, and Isaac polled. And, we text all the time, I guess.
Now, when she got out of the truck and you got back in the truck, you said it took a little bit to set the truck up. What changes did you have to make, Rob? Or was it a driving style, or was it actual chassis changes, or what did you have to do?
No, mostly clutch.
Okay.
She's so smooth that I was able to make the clutch way more aggressive. And then I'm kind of slow and lazy because I don't want to overspin. And then I think it's biting me. So we've made another change for here, and I guess we'll see what happens, but we hope we went in the right direction.
When do the four-wheel drives pull? What sessions are you in?
Tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, so session
and
2.
Saturday night.
And session 5, excuse me.
now, Rob, going back to that clutch, is that where we see where the hop develops when you guys are in between that clutch, or is that a totally different? Or can you not explain that?
I can't explain it right now because
Okay.
we're having a problem with that.
Okay.
And I've tried another set of tires. This is like the 4th set. And I am seeing it in the drive line, definitely. So I think it's in the clutch.
Okay.
But we're having such trouble getting clutch discs also, the compound that we want. So we're trying to make do with what we can get. And I'm trying to keep up with it without making big changes. And it might be getting me, but keep trying. I don't know
It's
why
all
it
part
works
of it.
so good in Farley, to be honest with you. I don't know why.
That would be probably one of the tougher tracks you pulled on, right, for power-wise?
Oh,
compared
definitely.
to Toma?
And you'd have thought that the clutch would have worked worse, but
You would
it
think.
worked flawlessly. So
So you need tougher tracks.
well, yeah.
Well, yeah. For all that Foster power.
That's
all
it.
that Foster power, Dan.
Now, Rob, over the years, you pretty much won everything there is to win. Is there still a carrot out there that you're gunning for? Is there something that you're like, you know what, I've always wanted to win here, but I've never won here? Or is there?
We really wanted to win in Brandenburg, to be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay.
That's not my kind of track. It's soft. It's for a big tire. And I was hoping, but
How did you end up down there?
13th and 10th.
Okay.
But like I say, I made good runs. It's just,
Was everybody watching running the right side like
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the pro stocks? Okay.
oh yeah. And each one goes a little further,
Yep.
further, and a little further. And
So you had earlier hooks there then?
yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of known for your class, though, right? I mean, they kind of build the road like we say that as announcers.
Well, not in Farley.
This is true. That's true.
There you go. Right.
I forgot about that. First
Right.
hook, bang, won it.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that's normal in our class.
Okay.
Sometimes earlier is better, but not there. And we have not won here either. So this.
I was going to
this
ask
would
you
be-
if
this would be
Rockwell's been
special.
good to you.
Third's the best Carmen has done.
Would you say where do you have the most wins at? I could ask old Pulling Reference over here. I could ask you directly. Where do you think you have the most wins at on Grand National tracks?
It's either Bowling Green or, Bowling Green, Toma, and Chapel Hill. I think I have
Yeah.
at least 3 each.
Kind of a gangster, Bowling Green, Chapel.
He's got
Toma.
Yeah.
all the marquee
how many Bowling
events.
Green rings you got?
3.
Can we start having like the NBA stars and start flashing?
When you
Foster?
bring them, can you bring your bling and just
Yeah,
kind
just kind of flash it out here and just lay it out
or
there on
set
the
'em
table.
up here?
Rob?
Or,
I suppose I could.
I like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then get all how many chairs you got from Chapel Hill?
I have 3, and Carmen has 2.
All right, so
Set 'em
we'll
up
go
right
set them to
behind
5
us, yeah.
chairs, 3 rings. What's Toma give out?
what did they give out?
They have the Schreier Cup now.
Yeah,
all,
they have
all different stuff actually.
Yep.
And then I got a mirror, beautiful mirror last year. They've given out watches. They've given out leather jackets. I never did get a leather jacket, but we have a couple watches.
Okay, watches. Okay, cool.
Just neat stuff.
It is
all
good
kinds of
stuff.
hardware.
Yeah.
Besides the $50,000, what was the next biggest purse you'd ever won?
2,446 at the Enderley. I
Okay.
think 3 times. I think.
Wow.
Oh yeah, throw some Enderley wins in there too.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
That's
He's a humble guy. He's not bragging.
No.
He's just answering our questions. It's all good.
Now-
Foster's good.
The other night we were talking about this on This Week in Polling, Jeremy, Miles, and I, about how
Let's-
you have that.
Let's have a nice plug. Look at the camera, Dan.
Well, yes.
Join us every Wednesday.
Every
night,
Wednesday
6
at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m. Eastern.
We were talking about your truck, Simply Red, and about how you have the homage to the Tennessean on there.
That's neat.
And we were just kind of discussing about that, and we were kind of, talking about getting Donnie Sanders, into the mix somewhere and have an interview with him or something. But it's kind of cool how you did that with your truck.
Well, we always liked that when we got it, but it just didn't fit us. So that's why we hated to sand it off and repaint it, but that's what we did. And he stays in contact with me. And in fact, a year or so ago, he was half tempted to do something again. And I wanted to tell him he was crazy, but he was thinking about it.
Now, don't do that. No, we want to see him come back just for a little bit.
And he used to come to Chapel Hill every year, but I haven't seen him there in several years.
Okay.
He lives right in Nashville.
Oh, does he?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Good stuff. Snowmobiles. I see you guys up in Eagle River every year on the Facebook. Well, how many motorsports, how many things do you guys do?
Well, we farm for a living, and then my son races snowmobiles, Tyler, in the winter, and we truck pull in the summer, and that's plenty. But I'll tell you, after the last couple weeks in Tennessee and Kentucky, I was ready to go snowmobile racing again. It was so hot down there.
That's what everybody always says. I want to do that until it's too hot. So,
but this weather here is beautiful.
Oh, this is perfect.
Mid-70s, light breeze. I mean, overcast. What more can we ask for?
You want to thank the Canadian smoke.
Well, I wondered about that.
Yeah.
We get that a lot in Michigan, and I wonder if that was Canadian
No, that's
smoke.
what's happening here, because everybody's like, oh, it looks like it's going to rain. I'm like, no, that's a Canadian
That's
smoke.
Canadian fog, yeah.
Canadian fog, we like to call that, Rob.
Comes down. But.
Who helps you with your motor, your tires? Let's give a shout out to some of those guys and gals.
Well, the motor, of course, is Sonny's, and the tires, we're trying a new set of nickels right now. And,
okay.
I guess they worked good in Brandenburg. We'll see what happens here.
Do you change tires for different tracks? Do you know?
No, not normally.
Normally, you just stick and you run.
Yes.
Okay.
My old Mayhills that have been real faithful, I'm worried that they're starting to give up on the sidewalls.
Okay.
And so we're trying these new nickels.
Good deal.
Losing their edge a little bit, huh?
Well, I wonder. We're trying to figure it out.
Okay. Did you win the $50,000 with those tires?
No, I won these tires at the
club. Okay. All right. There you go.
Well said. They were giveaway tires, weren't
they? That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
For the win.
Yes.
Yep.
$50,000 and tires.
Yep.
I like it a lot. Well, Rob, we're going to let you go, boss. Thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
So we can't borrow any money from you. You've already spent the $50,000?
Yeah, it's paid for fertilizer.
For next year, right?
Reinvesting.
Yes.
Invest in the future.
Keep
Rob Foster, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Great puller. And
awesome.
Yes.
Alexis, do you want to jump over the wall, or what do you want to do? Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to bring in Alexis Gillette here.
All right.
The wife.
Careful. Yes.
Of the Don Gillette.
Of the Don.
The mother.
The Don.
Of the Nick. Mrs. Top Shelf herself.
Yes.
What I like about Alexis is if she just says what she's thinking.
Well,
and that's why I thought it'd be best to have her
yes.
on the show here.
Yes.
Hold that mic up right in your mouth there, Alexis, because I want everybody to hear you.
Okay.
So
I can do that.
what do you know?
So what's on your mind?
Yeah, what are you thinking about? What's for supper?
Hang on, I got to change my seat again.
Get your seat again.
I'm gonna
and I
fall
noticed
off
when
this
did the blue streak come in?
Well, Jason, funny you asked that because it's been blue for like 5 years.
Okay. I only see you at dark, like at 2 in the morning.
Well, and
He's
it's
very
been
observant.
about
I'm really observant.
it's been about 1,000 degrees every pull this summer.
It has been
So
very
the
warm.
hair's up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like this is beautiful. That's what I'm thinking.
Beauty tips here on.
But what I also think is maybe a challenge for you and your dad.
Okay.
If Dad can't get her off the line,
You got him.
you got to go blue hair.
So if my dad can't get it off the line, he's
Yeah.
got to dye his hair.
No, you.
What? No.
Yeah.
My dad.
No,
okay,
you.
I'll do it. A blue
Let's-
streak. Will
yeah.
you do it yourself, or will you dye it? Or
No, but I can find somebody real quick.
You know
Yeah,
somebody?
Yeah.
well,
We
it's
got
not
connections.
hard. I like this. So, Dad, I need my dad. I want my dad to get off
Me
the line.
too.
It'll be the
Yes.
Schultz mortgage blue too.
I want
right?
it.
Oh, the what? Motorsports blue? Is that what you said?
The Schultz Mortgage Team logo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you
We'll
go.
make that work.
Yes.
I like that.
I'm
Yeah,
good with that.
I like it. No,
He's giving me
I
that
want
look.
him. I want him to get off the line as
Shut
much
up,
as you
Dan.
do.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yes.
Yep.
One of my favorite classes.
I love it too. So, super stock diesel truck pulling. What's it done for your family?
Well,
besides making you go broke.
Well, that's it. But
it's fun though, right?
Oh, and like I always say, it's not what we're here for. We're not here to win. We're here to make memories with our kids and the fun, and see everybody week after week. With family. They're family to us. It's just brought us all closer together, I think, too. You get in a semi and you head 700 miles this week down the road, and we're talking about every life-changing thing that could happen, and then we get to the track, and it's like, all right, here we are. But yeah.
How many kids do you and Don have?
Don has 5.
Okay.
2 of them are together with me.
Okay.
So then Nick's one from the bonus. I'm the bonus mom.
You're the bonus mom?
Yep,
Cool.
bonus
That's
mom.
a cool way to say
Yep.
that. I like that.
I don't like the word step.
Okay.
And then
Bonus.
2 other children.
Write that down. Bonus mom.
Bonus mom.
Bonus
Yep.
mom.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, Don's oldest, Zach, has 2 children, married. Nick's getting married here end of September. I don't know if you guys knew that.
We did not know that.
Yes,
I did hear
September
that.
27th, him and Courtney.
Don had told me the story.
Not during polling season.
Fort Recovery.
100%.
I got the whole lowdown. Yeah.
100% not during polling season. No, you can't do that. Only 2 weeks after the Enderley, though.
Okay, fair enough.
So, Alexis, let's talk about, let's go back.
Yep.
How did you get involved in polling?
Well, goes back to as a young child. My parents, my dad was on the board at Bowling Green, and that's where it started. Every summer, third weekend of August was a family vacation, you know. And Uncle Harold, Jerry, my Uncle Jerry, my dad, very, very active in
Now, your
Bowling
dad
Green.
is Kenny.
Yep, Dad's Kenny.
Yep.
Harold, announcer, everybody well known. And then, fast forward 20 years ago, meet Don. And, well, let me rewind. So, growing up, you did that. Then you become friends, kind of like our kids are becoming friends with everybody else. And you get to this spot where you're going to other tractor pulls across the country with friends and family, and that's what my sister and I started doing with the Bauer family there towards, I'd say, early 2000s or something. And we got going every pull, Toma, Chapel Hill. We'd go down and sleep with the Bauers all week, And then fast forward, Don and I meet, and Nick comes to us and says, I think I want to build a truck. And we're like, huh? Okay. So
you skipped over that a little bit here.
Yep.
Let's rewind a little bit. You and Don meeting.
Yep.
How did you guys meet? There's got to be a good story behind that.
There's two things I said I'd never do. Never meet a guy in a bar, and never meet a guy with kids. God has a funny sense of humor.
It's better for people like you that are as confident as you.
I was like, oh boy, I'm doing the 2 strikes I say no to, So met him in a bar, started dating. I was really having a hard time about the kids, But honestly, Don's worth all the kids, and all the kids are worth it to me,
Awesome.
And then, so that's where that started.
Okay.
Got married 15 years ago. Long time ago, feels like.
I love it.
And then,
when did Top Shelf come together then?
So we first started pulling state.
Okay.
With Black Smoke Matters.
Okay.
In Ohio.
Was that a 3.0?
Yep, 3.0. Ran that for years, and then.
Where's that truck today? Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, we have it, but somebody, Terry Clayton, somebody has it out in Illinois or Indiana.
Okay.
He was running state there around the area.
It's still called that, isn't it?
It is, and
okay,
it's our truck. Like
okay.
he just goes and runs it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know
but
that.
me neither.
Literally,
I have no clue. I
right,
go,
I have
excuse
a
me.
Yeah.
Where is that truck?
It's somewhere.
But
And Don's like, that's okay. We'll get you a water.
I think I'm about to eat dirt here. Mouth is dry. But anyway, so then 2021, we were in somewhere in Indiana, Greenstown, Greensburg, or Brownstown. Greentown, that's it.
During COVID.
Yes.
Is that
They
Howell's
pulled,
pool?
Yeah.
They pulled there, or we took the 3.0 truck out there. And Don and Nick got approached and never filled me in until I'd say 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks after that. And they're like, hey, we're buying a super stock diesel truck, we were told. I go, huh? I'm like, what? What? Well, Donnie Bowling was going to sell his.
Pulling for the
pink,
cure.
Yep, the old pink 4-wheel drive diesel truck. And they were like, and they told the class, wonderful competitors in our class said, we got to ask your Gillettes first. So, of course, Don and Nick, we ain't saying no.
Right.
So that's how that came about.
Okay.
And then we stewed around it for a while and couldn't figure out how the hell we were going to get a...
So, I have a question from the gallery. So Alex
Okay.
and Schlaubaugh texted me and said,
Okay.
ask Alexis where Debbie is.
Oh, Debbie's in our trailer.
Okay, and who's Debbie?
Debbie's a beautiful mannequin.
Okay, you have a mannequin.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you
Does
tell
she
us
get
more?
along with the mannequins that are in the back of the Criswell?
Benedict.
Yes.
Benedict and Criswell have mannequins as well.
I think we need to introduce them all.
Okay.
They should.
Okay,
get
so
introduced.
there must be a history behind this, but I don't know who's all had Debbie. But every time I see Debbie, she has more belongings on her. And
More
when
what?
belongings.
Oh.
Yep.
One day it was like a choker. The next time I've seen a picture, bathing suit. Next time she's got hair in other spots, and I'm like,
Oh.
Debbie. And then you have your wonderful kids that are, Mom, why is that there? I'm not sure what Debbie does in her off time, but so I guess
She stays busy.
What's Debbie currently wearing?
she's still in the bathing suit that my kids also informed me that I wore in junior high.
Okay.
They go, Mom, Is that something you wore in junior high? Sure.
We get.
Yeah, so Debbie's just
Debbie's
hanging
gonna
out.
get on social media a little bit
Okay,
later. Just
all
to
right.
hang
I
out.
should have brought her
gotta
up
take a
here.
picture.
Shit.
We have a picture of.
we gotta take a
Debbie
picture
Allison
with,
just sent me here a picture.
Yes. Do you see Debbie?
Yep.
Yeah, she's pretty. See,
There's
she
Debbie right
wasn't.
there.
She was in a swimsuit when she came to our place.
Yep.
Oh,
So she must
okay.
have been at the beach or something.
Awesome.
So she travels to all the polls.
Yes, she
Yeah,
does.
and I think it's a like a gift. So you have to the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
I'm not real sure who's getting the
It's
gift.
all good.
But yeah.
It is all good.
Yeah.
No, we were excited to have you on. I love your enthusiasm. Yeah, do you want to stay on and do some full pull picks with us?
Sure.
You can.
All right.
So, cool. We'll do that right now. So,
All right.
look at our screen down there.
Okay.
So here's our full pull picks.
Well, we gotta start with super stock diesel trucks.
Yeah, of course we do. Let's go to super stock diesel
I gotta
trucks.
take this place
They're
here.
they're pulling tonight.
Tonight.
Waiting for my phone to load. Looks like they got. Yep. So can you
Yep.
read that? So who?
Okay.
Oh.
Who do you
Trencher,
like?
coming, killing,
Budget cuts here with
gunslinger,
our monitor.
Yeah. So my
Flammable.
monitor took a dive. It's my fault, Dan.
Rock Hard Ram, One Nation,
it's
Top
been well
Shelf.
loved this summer.
Yes, it has.
Shine.
It put on a lot of miles.
It has.
It really has.
So I'm gonna get to.
Okay.
I'm opening up the app right now for us here.
Well, I guess if I had to pick anybody right now, let's see. We were at Chapel Hill. I'm trying to think who. We didn't even poll last week, so it's
Right.
like everybody's like,
Antsy.
yes.
Ready to go?
So you're picking two to finish in the top three.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
All right.
So we got American Pride, Cummins Killer 3, Trump, Funkin' Movin', Gunslinger, Rock Hard Ram, Top Shelf. Have you heard of that truck? Hey, where'd the name Top Shelf come from?
Well, in Polling World, every name's taken that you think that you want to have,
Right.
and then all of a sudden they're like, "Why not Top Shelf?" And I'm like, "Oh, like liquor?"
Like fancy liquor, yep.
And they're like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Ooh, I kind of like that."
Top Shelf,
it a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Funkin' Groovin',
Yep.
One Nation, Angry Shine, Flammable, Kong, Trencher, Antler Addiction, Pipe Dream, and Angry Shine Penetrating Spray.
Okay.
Two to finish in the top three. They can go 2 and 3. They can go 1 and 3. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just need
I'm
two to
going
finish
with,
in the top 3.
I'm taking Shane for sure. He's
We're going to go Trump.
Yep, and Craig
Okay.
and
I
Nick,
like
of
it.
course.
Yep.
Those are going to be my top three for
I
sure.
like it. I like
Okay.
it. So
Nick
you
does pretty good here.
head on over to fullpullpicks.com and
Cast the
have
votes.
some fun.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. So, Dan and I did some interviews in the pits today.
Okay.
Alexis, we're going to let you go.
Perfect.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck to you guys tonight. Continue to be
Yes,
fun and
thank
awesome
you.
at
Yes.
the same time.
And we'll have to come visit Debbie.
Right. Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to get a picture with Dan and Debbie. Debbie and Dan.
For all Full Pull social media channels.
Yes.
We'll make
We're
sure
gonna
that
post
we
on
take
TikTok,
a picture.
YouTube,
Yes.
Instagram, everywhere. Thank you, Alexis. Dan, our hour went super fast.
Yes, it did.
So we caught up earlier with Wayne Sullivan, John Raymond, and Ben Schimpf.
And Ben Schimpf, yep.
So I'm going to see what video we're going to play first. They're going to tell us, and then we'll talk about that a little bit. So I'm waiting for the producer to tell us which one they're going to play first.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you kind of open it up. Is that cool, Dan?
Yeah, that sounds
We're a
kind of
couple
cool.
minutes each interview each.
Well, we've got all these classes will be running tonight.
Yep.
So we talked with somebody that'll be running in our classes tonight. Wayne Sullivan, points leader as far as the light modified class goes. Ben Schimpf, brand new super stock diesel truck, beautiful truck. We saw that earlier. He was on our full pull picks as well.
Yep.
And then we had we talked to John Raymond, a guy going from.
Let's play John Raymond.
Yeah.
We're
There we
playing
go.
John Raymond. We talked to him earlier today. Dan did.
So we got a chance
to
to catch
be a
up with
diesel
John
truck.
Raymond out of New York. Now, John, what do we got here? We pulled diesel supers for a bunch of years. What happened to the old diesel super, and what happened? How did we end up with the alcohol tractor?
Well, we had that diesel super for 17 years. Ran it, had some fairly good success with it. As you can see with the rest of the diesel supers, the reliability and performance has gone way up, and reliability's gone way down. And we just came to the point where it wasn't too much fun anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, we'd make some good runs, but then we had some major repairs. And I've been pulling tractors one way or another since 1990, as you probably know.
Yep.
And coming back from Bowling Green last year with our tail between our legs and a rod through the side of the block, told my wife and my son, maybe we should try something different. Maybe we should be done.
So you're out of Western New York, so
Yep.
not actually a hotbed for the Grand National Circuit. So it's a long ride when
It's
you
a
make it
long
out to
ride.
some of these events.
Yes, it is. Yeah, today was 960 some miles. So at any rate, we decided to do something different. And I remember this tractor, which was also in Western New York, that was sitting for a number of years. It had blown up, and local guy at Herm Musty had it, and he ran it. I think he last ran at the truck show in 22, and wrecked the head, a bunch of parts, and it was sitting there apart. So we made a deal and decided we'd give that a whirl. So I obviously I don't know much of anything about alcohol tractors, but got some good friends at home, Jason and Mark Koopman. Jason primarily did a lot of work with me on it, and I talked to him before we made the purchase. And if you guys are willing to help me out, I might take a stab at it.
So, and how's it gone for you?
It's a serious learning curve for sure. We're having a little trouble getting her tuned in, but I think we made some changes today that should help. You can make a good strong pass on a loose track, but on a better track, we're having some trouble with getting her light quick enough. As you saw at the Ford the other day, it'll come alive, but it takes too long. So we made some changes today for this weekend. Hopefully, it'll get rolling.
So we come up with a name for it yet, or
we have
still
not.
Still
we
working?
Have not.
Still working.
Trying to figure out some kind of play on the diesel alcohol transition. We got a lot of names in the running, but we haven't come up with that.
Haven't come up with nothing.
No, we got to come up with some creative, I guess.
We'll look for John Raymond tonight here when the Superstock Open class runs here in Rockwell. Yeah, absolutely. John Raymond, one of the guys, that back in the early days of my announcing career, he was running Super Farm. Then he built that really good-looking diesel Superstock and ran that for a whole bunch of years. Has a couple Grand National wins with it, and been, like you said, he just had enough of it, and he wanted to do something different, so went down a different road, and we'll see how he'll get it sorted out. There's no doubt.
And like you said earlier in the interview, he's working with the guy
Jason Hoopman, Mark Hoopman. Oh yeah,
some legendary
back there in Western New York.
They're friends and they're close by. So you also caught up with Wayne Sullivan earlier today. Comes in winning points, right?
Yeah, current points leader in our light modified class. We're going to see here tonight. Let's check out the interview with Wayne.
You want me to look at you or whoever?
Let's do it. So we caught up with Wayne Sullivan, points leader in the light modified class. Wayne coming off that big win, first ever Grand National win in the light modified class in Toma. How'd it feel?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, anytime you can win an event in front of a big audience like that, it's really good.
Now, points leader coming into the fourth event for the lights class. We've seen 3 different winners here so far this year. I mean, you think this trend is going to continue with this class?
It could. I mean, this class is so evenly matched, and the vehicles is all so equal, and it's going to be a great run. And I'm just tickled to be in the lead right now, and hope I can hold on.
And one of the questions is, this year concentrating just on the 2-engine class. Years previous, you put the 3rd engine on there, run the 7. But it's really starting to show here, just concentrating on that 2-engine class.
Well, yes. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's so much work, and to go from 2 classes, and there's still guys doing it, and I would enjoy it too. But it works your health so hard, and it's so much easier with 1 class. And you're right. You can concentrate on gear ratios and. We changed our tractor over the winter where I can change the ratios, and that helped tremendously trying to dial it in from different tracks over the country.
And you guys have kind of been dabbling with the 2-engine class on different organizations as well. You've been doing a little bit of traveling.
Oh, yeah. We pulled Outlaws, and our class is a little different. I'm not saying it's better, but it's a lot. Our class is a little heavier, and that makes it a little more easier to bounce the tractor, and you can put a great show on. I mean, you can take 2 engines, and they let 3 Chevys run and 2 Allisons and 2 Jets, and I think that's going to be the class. It's growing in numbers. I mean, we just pulled in Illinois last weekend, and it was like 16, 17 tractors, and I was lucky enough to come out of a second, and had it won, I was first hooked, but they started over, so had to come back last and run her 2 times.
Well, look for the Kentuckian this weekend. They'll be running twice, the light mod class.
Great interview with the legend, Papa Wayne.
Yes, and how cool is that? He picked up his first Grand National win in Toma with the light mod class, and just continuing, and great class. We've seen 3 different winners this year, but let's talk about that brand new Superstock truck we looked at this afternoon.
Ben Schimpf, am I saying that right?
Yep, and from up Wisconsin.
Yeah,
he's up your way.
I've watched him pull Badger State, with the 3.0 and then the 3.6, and now he's at the highest level pulling, making his NTPA Grand National debut in the Antler Addiction. So we interviewed him earlier today as well. So we're going to show you that interview now.
So we've got one of the newest Superstock diesel truck competitors, Ben Chimp. And Ben, you moved up from the single charger class here to the multi-charger class. Tell about this beautiful new truck.
Well, it was built by Randall over at Premier Machine and Fab, the chassis was, and the power plant was built by Hazley Machine. It's got Weimer fuel in here.
Now let's talk about the name. Where did the name, the Antler Addiction, come from?
Well,
Big farm or a big hunter?
Yes, my family, my dad and me are real big into hunting. Actually, my dad is even bigger yet than me and travels all over the world and loves hunting. So that's how the name came about. And I wanted the two names of both trucks to be somewhat similar, so that's why I chose that name.
Now, Ben, you've only been, less than 5 times you've driven this truck. You've had a lot of success with it here early on. How is it, jumping from that single charger truck to this multi-charger trucks? I mean, it looks like it hasn't been that big a learning curve we've seen with some other competitors.
Yeah, I mean, it's all really, it's all in the feel, the main thing is the Sigma pump is really the big thing, is because when that thing comes to life, you got all the throttle right there and the palm of your hand real quick. Where smaller, but it's really much into feel. So that's how I really got the two trucks to act or whatever. It's just feeling it and knowing when to hit the throttle.
Well, Ben, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us. Look for the Antler Addiction tonight in Rockwell.
Yes, but they're really good. No, they're really good. Oh, these. I saw the
there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Gold.
Yeah. Oh.
Look at that.
PK, can you hear me? So there we're taking a look at some of the pics that Jason had taken earlier. But did you see that helmet?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That helmet, that graphics on that helmet. Take a look at that. That is really cool.
They said his dad's hunting all over. That Hazley Machine, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful truck. But you have to come out to Rockwell to see it, Dan.
Absolutely. So we're here, Rockwell, Iowa, tonight. Be here. 6 o'clock start time. You only need the edge. There we go.
6 o'clock start time.
6 o'clock.
Noon tomorrow.
We've got 6 classes tonight. Everybody's going to be running unbelievable tonight. You're going to want to make sure if you're not within a couple hours of here.
No qualifying. They came here to win tonight.
That's right.
They're not fighting to get to Saturday. They're here.
Second place is a first loser. They all want to win here in Rockwell tonight. Be here for it. It's going to be awesome.
I can't say anything more than that. It's amazing.